Alright, I want to kind of circle back to a video I had made a long time ago. If you remember or if you were following me, my helicopter pilot mystery video I did, it was based on GoldenEye 007. And in the video, I had said along the lines of like that when I was a kid, I rented this game, the helicopter, like I swear that I seen the helicopter pilot appear in the frigate level after I did something where I was touching like one of the radios in the game or something like that. Now, of course, I'm posting off the internet. Granted, you got your certain trolls and whatever on that, or people are, of course, they're like, "Oh yeah, this is not true" and all that. You know what? I never said anywhere in the video that this was supposed to be true, whatnot, or whatever. I was just putting stuff out there, look for information. Someone might have had a similar experience and all that. I don't know. Like, there's weird things in gaming, and when you're a kid too, sometimes like you see things and it's kind of like, oh my goodness, like this happened. That's so like interesting. That's so weird. Oh yeah, I had this happen. I rented the game, and back in those days too, like you could like for renting games, and I know it's not as common, but if someone switched the game or something like that, I don't know. Like they switch it with some like hacked ROM version. Like there's a lot of ROM game. There's a lot of those like pirate cartridges out there on Famicom, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. There's stuff like that. Now, is that likely what happened in this case? No, it's very unlikely, and I doubt that's what happened. Yeah, I don't know what I can say like from that. Like I knew what I was expecting when I posted on the internet. It was like whatever. That it just shows you too how humanity puts little things into you where people gotta like, oh, I gotta fact check this guy, I gotta go Google fact check this guy. Well, yeah, that's what it is. And even to the people like on Reddit, like like you really gotta like think you're standing above so tall and all that. You're not. Like you're really not. A few of the comments I do want to read on here suggest like some things. Like this one person says, okay, this feels like validation because as a kid in the 90s, a friend of mine told me the exact same thing happened to me. He played around with the radios and message appeared, the helicopter pilot showed up. I spent lots of time playing this level trying to get it happen by tinkering with the radios, but eventually clearly my friend was BSing. But now that I've seen your video, I'm not so sure. I'm weirded out now because it's eerie to hear someone say the exact same story 20 years ago, dismissed as a myth. Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of why I put this out there too, because I did want to see, like, if there was this weird instance happen to someone else, or it could have been something where someone like, hey, yeah, you did this, so this had happened. So that was a good comment too. This person says, swear can also use the radio message appearing to happen, but I never knew about the helicopter pilot. Yeah. One time, much time before I got to know Baron Sammy, the character of the game was in the game. He played in the opening sequence after the ordinary characters. I hadn't unlocked any of the hidden characters yet and didn't know they were hidden. I stayed a few minutes thinking if I'd really seen them or not. Yeah, like it's the lore of the game. Like when you're a kid too, but things happen. Someone says they like this game. This person says, well, they didn't watch the video because that's not what I said. And for a game like GoldenEye 64 too, it has a lot of weird, like there's a website, Death Star, has a lot of weird things, leftovers, beta leftovers, like things in code that hacked into, like you can do all that. So like there's still a lot of things. I wouldn't be surprised there's still like a couple of things that we didn't really know about. So this comment, I once had a glitch where I was playing the dam and the guard behind the metal box on the left side of the road. Before the vehicle sliding the door was killed, I actually shot both his arms off and he woke around like a fool until he died. It was absolute wild. Turns out it was a very vivid dream. I played too much GoldenEye. I would bet you money to experience a very vivid dream about a helicopter pilot after playing far much GoldenEye as an elementary school. And you know what? I could agree to that too. I'm just a kid. I'm a young kid, and maybe just something like this, what happened, I'm just in the moment, popped into my head. And this one comment, like I think this was the one where Like, cause someone says something in here. So here, GoldenEye is pretty well reverse engineered these days. While the engine itself hasn't been decompiled yet. See, as I was saying, the game's levels, models, scripts, action blocks, etc. are well understood. There's a tool called the GoldenEye Setup Editor, which I have not looked into, but I know about it. Oh no, like it's on like the Game Shark on it, but whoa, that thing's crazy. I'll let you examine, as the name suggests, edit about everything in the game. There's nothing in the frigate level that could explain what you claim to have seen. There's no action box for any message apart the common one seen in the game and related those to hostage, bomb the bug. Nor is there anything to spawn a helicopter pilot and no spawn point in the back of the ship. In short, it can't happen, at least not with any known detail release of the game. And that comment I appreciate, right? He's not saying I'm wrong. He's not saying like, oh, you're so full of it. He's saying that like there's things that have been checked or you've seen in the editor that show like, yeah, what you're saying this happened, but what this shows is this doesn't happen, and I could appreciate that because those are good facts. And it goes on to saying it is vaguely possible that a random guard spawned with either the helicopter pilot's head or a glitched head that resembles the helicopter pilot, and there is a known glitch with that, so it's kind of curious. Perhaps one of the ordinary Janus mercenary enemies in the level had his hat glitch into his face, making it look like the pilot's helmet. The game's head spawning code is known to be vulnerable to issues when the game runs on low available memory, most commonly on the large open surface levels, but it's not inconceivable that could happen on the frigate, especially if you're playing that level for a long time. From what I really remember back in the day, like when I'm renting the game, you would go around, you would play those levels for a very, very, very long time. You're a kid, you're playing, you're pretending, oh, I'm James Bond, I just wiped out every damn mouse. That comment, this comment right here, is probably the closest thing that I have to this whole thing. Like some of the other comments, Best Buy talks on the GoldenEye speedrunning community, which is another awesome and great mind because they tore apart and data mined it. Which is pretty awesome. So that's about it. And then there's like some things on Reddit that like I don't know, like I don't know what they're trying to get. I just posted on there. I'm like, hey, you know, like if someone has information, it's just like, nope, write it here. Tell me now. I need to know everything. Okay, whatever. I don't care. So, anyways, like I mentioned, like there's still like it looks like there's still obviously some mysteries and things with the game and all that, and in here this is like back in the day, like this is where I've seen it. But if I can go back in the day, have a camera on my head, or just like somehow go back in time and watch the day it happened, we'll never know for sure. Like it might just forever be some little memory I had. Maybe I happened to walk into that room and it said something like on the front there, it just said hostage escape. I was a kid back then, I didn't read very well. I still can't read these days, so anyway, however that might be. So I just want to give an update to that video. You know, you figure you put like your good humanity into like the internet and all that, but you know, I knew what to expect when I was doing the video, so no problem with that. Again, this video is just to put something out there. Maybe someone's seen some weird stuff or all that. Share your weird things that you've had happen in the game. I don't know. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you.